Libra, hello. Happy New Year. This is your general January 2022 general reading. It's going to be general. Take what does resonate, leave what doesn't. And this is going to be, I said that, for Libra, January 2022. Alright. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for popping in. I hope you enjoy it and come back. And if you've been here before, thank you. I really do appreciate the support. It means a lot. Alright, let's get started. Oops. In your past energy, you have Temperance, the Five of Wands, and the Emperor. Present energy is the Empress. Interesting. The Nine of Coins and the Four of Coins, or Pentacles. And for possible outcome, we have the Six of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and this Eight of Swords. Alright, Libra, let's see what goes on with this, and we'll clarify with another deck and see if we could tell a story. Alright? Alright, well, it looks like in your recent past you needed a lot of patience for something. And it was like a lot of patience, but a lot of, I want to say, alchemy, where you were trying to mix together things to make them work out for the best, like whatever you had to do. And I feel like that must have caused some conflict, some chaos, some pushback. Almost like this feels like, you know, you're taking 2 steps forward and somebody's pushing you back 3 steps for whatever you're trying to get ahead of. And so you were having a lot of pushback to it. And that's probably why all the patience was needed, because it was like something where you had to, well, you just had to be patient. You had to like keep mixing and finding out what it was that you needed to do, or if it was paperwork, submit, you know, who you needed to talk to, just to be able to figure out what was going to make whatever it was that you wanted to happen. And now I see this Emperor, and the Empress is here too. And it's almost like he's like a lot of authority, very hard, makes the hard decisions. He doesn't have to waver. This is, you know, how he wants to do it, and that's how it's going to happen. Now, was this your energy that was, you know, where you're like kind of channeling the Emperor energy because you had a lot of hard decisions to make, and you needed to stand by what your decision was and not waver? Or is that somebody around you that was being that energy? Could have been either way. It's general, so it really could be just somebody that you were around. But I'm wondering if they were part of the conflict, or if they were actually the part that helps you out of the conflict, whatever that was. Because in your present energy, you have the Empress, the Nine of Coins, and the Four of Coins. Now, the Empress, she nurtures growth. There's always, you know, it's a feeling of new things to come in, new things to be birthed, whether this is, you know, a job or money or a person. Actually, it could be if somebody in your vicinity is pregnant, you might be hearing of a pregnancy. You know, but it's a growth in some situation. And I feel like with the Emperor and the Empress here, it feels like almost he's you know, like pushing it to make it happen, or make the hard decisions that'll make it happen, and she is kind of like the energy of nurturing it to come to fruition. And right there after that is this Nine of Pentacles. And I feel like this is the feeling of, you know, like being comfortable in your skin and being able to know that you're going to be able to take care of yourself and probably others, you know, where you're feeling like you can provide, again, for yourself, for other people if you need to, for your family, and not feeling like you would ever have to be concerned about money in that aspect. Because whether you have like a thriving business, or you have an incredible job, or, just maybe you just like really saved up a lot, so whatever you were doing, I felt like that was being nurtured by the Empress energy, and just in general, like going to have growth happen for you. But right after that, we have this Four of Pentacles. And this guy is kind of like, he almost wants to be stingy, but he feels like he doesn't want to give up too much. Because, all right, now, in the present energy, you're feeling pretty good. I mean, you're feeling like, okay, I got this, things are happening. And I'm able to take care of myself and others, if need be. But I don't want to go too much that way. Almost like, I don't even want to say he's greedy. It's almost like if you give away everything you have money-wise to somebody else because they need it, and your lights get shut off, that doesn't, you know what I mean? That's not actually a good idea too. So I feel like this is just maybe your energy feeling like, okay, we have it, but let's not just go floundering it. Let's, I'm going to take care of it. I'm going to make sure that I have what I need, and I'm also going to make sure, that I have some tucked away. I don't want to give it all out right now. So whatever that situation was that, was building the chaos, and you had to be calm and patient about it, it's also led you to say, okay, well, I'm not going to put myself in a situation where I'm going to be at a lack of something. Now, see, in your present outcome, your future outcome, I feel like you might be thinking about family or past events or, past people, and just, reflecting on what was, how you grew up, who was around you, friends from the past, even just, if you have, like family that you think about because they're not, like, maybe they don't live close or whatever, but you want, you keep them in your mind. Maybe with the holidays came around and everything, so maybe that was like on your mind too, because everybody's making the phone calls, say hi, how you doing, and you get to thinking about things, what your traditions were when you were younger. And then I feel like this energy, this Ace of Wands, this is like you reaching out to grab something. You want to do something creative. You want to do something that makes your heart feel good. Like you have something in your mind, some idea that you want to like bring forward. Maybe you're not exactly sure how to do it. And I feel like maybe you're feeling like you're stuck in a position that you can't do what you want to do. And it could be, I don't even know what it could be, singing, could be painting, any kind of, like creative aspect of something, playing Legos. But just something that you can't really do that right now because mentally you're stuck. Maybe because you have a job. You have, you work like 8 to 10 hours a day. You don't have time to do something like this. Like maybe you're just wishing that you had more availability, I guess. Let's see if we can find any clarifiers. What about this Temperance? What can you tell me about Temperance? Libra January. All right, you got the Six of Cups and the Seven of Cups. That's interesting. All right, so you got the Six of Cups again. So again, you're thinking about the past and things that went on in the past. And I don't even know if it has to be like really far back in the past, but just in general, ideas, things, how they were when you were younger. And the Seven of Cups is where you have options. There's options, and that you can do things once this chaos stops. Like that you're going to be able to do things, but you also want to make sure that those things are not just like pie in the sky dreams or like pipe dreams. You have to keep it realistic. All right, even though, like I said, you might have big plans. You might have had big plans when you were younger, and if I ever had that, I would get this, or you have that, and that kind of feeling. If I ever had, when you were kids and you were all sitting around, and that's what you'd say. If I ever had, well, okay, but make sure it's realistic. What about the Five of Wands? Got the Four of Swords and Justice. Interesting. the Four of Swords just mean like taking a mental break. I mean, like, all right, so if you've been doing this battle with this Five of Wands, this all this pushback, everybody's like giving you grief for some reason. You didn't hand in the right paperwork. You didn't sign on the dotted line. Oh, you didn't put the initials over there. Like that kind of feeling. And so you're like, okay, I need a break. So you're taking a mental break. You're giving yourself a little bit. You're just, taking down. But then something's coming in regard to some kind of justice. So there's going to be, I don't know, somewhere there's going to be equal fairness and possibly something lawyerly or lawly or in the courts, something that you had to fight to get to. Because, you're worn down now and you're just like, I need to rest because something's going to happen that's going to make things fair and the way it should be. Emperor. Well, all right, with the Emperor, we got the 10 of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles. Now that looks to me like, okay, maybe, I don't know, whatever went on with this, I don't know, maybe there was something, you sold something, maybe you had a business, maybe it got sold, maybe it was a house, it got sold. And whatever it is, that with these it feels like, okay, you're going to get, I feel like you're kind of walking into money. I mean, it just feels that way. It just looks that way. And then with the 10 and the 7, it's almost like, okay, yeah, they're going to get some, and then it's going to keep coming. Because if you keep working at it, or if you keep, pushing for it, it's going to continue, like, it'll be able to grow. So, like, maybe you're going to invest it. Like, you're going to get whatever this money is, and you're going to invest it in something. And it'll keep growing. Excuse my hat. Yeah, and like you're just going to be able to make it keep going. Interesting. Pretty cool, Libra, actually. It really is. What about this Empress? What can you tell me about this Empress? The 4 of Cups and the 4 of Wands. You know what? The 4 fours, somewhere along there, that's like just in numerology, I believe it's like stability and grounding and, being equal. But you gotta look it up in angel numbers. But the 4 of Cups, that's like telling me that maybe you're bored of a situation. Maybe you're feeling like you weren't getting what you deserved out of a situation. And so now that it's being offered to you, you're like, I don't really want it anymore. So I don't know what part of your life that is in. But it just feels like, okay, yeah, you expected more before. And now they want to offer it and you don't really care to have it anymore. So it's not like worth it. And this 4 of Wands is like, there's a small celebration, like an intimate gathering kind of celebration. Actually, it could be a wedding, but something that, was, you're going to bring your friends, you're going to bring your family, you want to celebrate for whatever happened maybe up here. But for why you are feeling kind of like an apathy towards it, I'm not sure. It could be a person or people at the celebration, that you don't feel like you want to give too much anymore. Like you don't care that much anymore. It's just almost like a disregard. It's like, okay, I wanted it and now it's gone. And now I don't. So what about this 9 of Coins? This 9 of Pentacles for Libra. Oh, High Priestess and the Hermit. All right, well, with this 9 of Coins energy, it's almost like, all right, you had what you needed. You were able to support, you were able to provide for yourself, take care of anybody else that you needed to. And something was maybe hidden. Something was not real clear about it, because you have to use your intuition about something. And for whatever reason, you want to go with this Hermit energy. You want to like kind of go within. You want to like look inside yourself for what you're not seeing right off. Like, so maybe, just maybe. Maybe it's in regard to what was going on here with the celebration and this 4 of Cups energy. It's like, well, maybe you need to think about that. Like, why are you feeling like that? And you're not exactly sure, so you need to step aside to See, like look inside to see if you can figure it out. Like, why do you feel like that if all this good was happening and you were celebrating? So what's this Four of Coins for? The Queen of Wands. And the Nine of Coins. Again. Alright, so on top of that, not feeling like you could, you didn't want to overdo it and you wanted to hold on to some of your money or some, even if it was energy or time. But then you get this Queen of Wands and this Nine of Coins again. So it's like, all right, well, maybe once you got past that, you were able to say, okay, I could feel comfortable again. I could feel like I can provide again. And with this Queen of Wands energy, like very, now this could be a person, very energetic, male or female, energetic, charismatic, multitasking. They're, able to do 10 things at once and make it look really easy. That could be your energy if you're that kind of person too. But I feel like you're finally feeling like you can, loosen up and be able to enjoy the money, if that's what it is. I mean, this could all, again, this is general, but if it is money, I feel like eventually you're able to say, oh, it's okay now. I'm allowed to enjoy it. So what about the Six of Cups? Queen of Cups and the Chariot. Okay. All right, so maybe somebody around you has like nurturing and, motherly. And I wonder if you're going to go visit or go travel, because Chariot could be a sign of traveling too. So maybe you're going to go visit this person or these people, whoever the Six of Cups represents, because it could be, being in a good position and, doing what you need to do, keeping the reins in order, but it also could be traveling. And it feels like if you were thinking about the past and, people from the past or family, that you might go visit who this Queen of Cups represents to you, and probably others. And what about this Ace of Wands? Two of Wands and the Two of Cups. All right, well, so you have the Ace of Wands, you have the idea in your head, and you're going to, looks like you want to start planning it. You want to start thinking about it. You want to start seeing what you can do with it. And this Two of Cups, maybe in a situation that you're going to be with somebody who's you're tight with, somebody, it could be a partner, it could be a relationship, it doesn't have to be romantic, it could be platonic, but somebody that you're going to feel a tight bond with, and you're going to be able to start thinking this plan out with them. And I wonder if that's not what's going to help you get unstuck from this situation. What about this Eight of Swords? What about the Eight of Swords for Libra? Ah, the Emperor again. Oh. Alright, well, got the Emperor and the Three of Swords. So this might be for you to get out of this. This hard decision that might have to come, you might need to make a firm, hard decision, and it might be to end a relationship. Or it can be somebody that doesn't actually have to be a relationship that's ending. But if that's what was making you feel stuck, then that's possible. See, because you did just have the Two Cups here too. So let me just see. I'm going to pull one more for this just to see if I can... And you got the Six of Pentacles. Now this is like, okay, being able to be able to share. Where if you need something, you're not feeling bad about asking for it, and you can give what you have, and not make anybody feel a certain kind of way about it. But it's also about being even and balanced, and being equal in whatever your situation is. So maybe if this, again, what if this is a relationship and maybe it has to end, or it just could be a situation that has to end. It could be and it could actually be anything, but there's going to be a heartbreak. There's definitely going to be a heartbreak, and I don't know what regard it's going to be. But it's going to be one. But in the end, it seems like you are going to have you're going to be okay because things will be balanced. So whatever goes on, you'll be able to find your balance back. Make sense? All right. Libra, if you liked it, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, write me a comment. I'd love to hear about it. And I will be seeing you definitely for February. If I don't do something in the middle of the month, but I'm not swearing to anything because I just, I don't almost always do it. But enjoy your new year, okay, guys? Bye.